Hey everyone, welcome back to the Soundbyte. My name is Andrew, and today we're going to be checking out the last track on Led Zeppelin II. We're finally here, the last track, Bring It On Home. A fitting title, obviously, to round this up. It's been a fantastic journey checking this album out for the first time. Led Zeppelin II. What I can't believe, like I said at the very first video, was I can't believe this was released on the same year that the first album was released. So it's crazy, 1969. What a time for Led Zeppelin for sure, and obviously just sort of catapulted the band into superstardom, you know. So let's check it out for the last time here, well, first time I should say, not last time, but the last track here, Bring It On Home by Led Zeppelin on the second album. So yeah, let's get into it. All the tracks here have been mostly around the 4-minute mark, so it's been sort of pretty average here on this particular album. Okay, so sort of a swampy bluesy sort of vibe here. They definitely do the blues really well, by the way, Led Zeppelin.
Got my ticker, got that load. John up, going higher, all aboard. I'ma take my seat, right way back. Ooh, yeah, watch this train go down the track. Gonna bring it on home, bring it on home to you. Watch out, Madman.
So I'll just pause it right there. Yeah, this is a really nice bluesy sort of swampy kind of track. This one here was from what I can remember, from what people were telling me, that this was actually a cover or a reinterpretation or something. Because I know there was a few of them on this particular album. So I know some of you have sort of commented on that. So thank you for that. Because I was sort of reading up on the album before I started this journey on the Led Zeppelin II. And I know there was like about 3 tracks that were sort of like not necessarily completely original tracks by Led Zeppelin, but the rest were. So I kind of went down the rabbit hole and sort of checked it out, but I sort of put it up to you guys as well because I wasn't completely sure, you know, given the sources that I was looking at. So this is obviously one of the tracks here that was written by a Willie Dixon. 1969, this was released by Led Zeppelin, adapted, but it was recorded. It says here, Bring It On Home is a blues song written by American music arranger songwriter Willie Dixon, Sonny Boy Williams from 2, recorded in 1963, but the song was not released until 1966. Okay, so Led Zeppelin sort of adapted it in 1969. So that's the story behind this track, as far as I can tell, anyway. So, but yeah, let me know if there's any more to the story and obviously, like a lot of bands at the time, when they first started out, kind of do a lot of covers. So I guess that's what Led Zeppelin was sort of doing, but also kind of paying homage to their influences and stuff as well. Which is obviously, it obviously makes sense to sort of do that, because you can hear those influences in Led Zeppelin's music for sure. And like I said before, they do the blues really, really well. So yeah. Anyway, the track itself is fantastic. Like I said, I'm a fan of the blues stuff as well, so I definitely kind of appreciate this stuff. Yeah, it's a great track so far, and what a way to end the album as well.
Can you feel it, babe? Love you, miss me, babe. I'm gonna give you love, baby. Gonna move you out of town. Bring it on home. Bring it on home. Sweetest little babe. Daddy ever said. I'm gonna give you love, baby. I'm gonna give you more. Bring it on home.
It's interesting how it's coming through my headphones here, with the drums being on this side and the guitars on this side, but then also sort of mixing with like everything else. So it's an interesting mix.
Bring it on home. Bring it on home to you.
There you go, Led Zeppelin, Bring It On Home, from the Led Zeppelin II album. So there it is. That's the album done. From start to finish, fantastic ride. I know people are going to be asking, or we're maybe thinking, which is my favorite so far, Led Zeppelin one or two. I honestly couldn't tell you. They're very different albums in their own kind of way, I guess. Obviously still retaining that sort of Led Zeppelin sound that I know them for, but they were kind of, I feel like they were two different albums a little bit, as far as just in terms of not musical style, but like just what they were doing in terms of like what they were, the sort of certain factors and stuff that they were doing in each song. And it's, yeah, like, it's crazy that they released these two albums in the same year. I did not know that. I thought that, like, well, most albums, there was like the first album was like, 1969, and the second album was like 70, and so on and so forth. But yeah, it's crazy that they did that. So, but like I said, that was a bit of a thing. Sort of bands, they released albums more frequently back then. For whatever reason, I don't know. I'm sure there was an article or something that I'd read a while ago about how, I think it was something to do with like touring and the financial sort of side of thing, and that's sort of what's changed a lot, over the years, especially now with the digital age. Bands have to sort of be on the road a lot more to kind of get the same kind of money that they used to make back in the day, because no one's really sort of paying for music much anymore. So but anyway, there you go. That's Led Zeppelin II, fantastic album. I'll have to kind of dive back into it and and go back to the first album as well, and kind of compare the two and see how that sort of plays out. Thank you to everyone who's been suggesting for me to check this out in full, and all the different sort of other suggestions on what other videos and stuff to check out from Led Zeppelin. So I'll definitely be checking out some videos from this album for sure, live performances and such. And then we'll hopefully move on to the next album as well. So, but it's up to you guys. If you want me to continue this journey, I'll definitely be doing it. But otherwise, we'll see how we go. Anyway, thank you for tuning in as always. Please subscribe if you haven't, and I'll see you in the next video.